got both of us in shot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with the super talented rapper, Mr. Roth. How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Fantastic, I'm fine. Are you enjoying London?
I am. I really, really love it out here. I'm actually trying my best to not move out here because I want to move out here so bad, and everyone's like, don't do it just yet. But I'm trying my best to relinquish the temptation to be out here for good.
Okay. I was about to say the weather's quite good, like you're lucky you came at this time.
Yeah, true, but at the same time, like, I don't need a lot of sunlight and heat. I'm a pale kid, so like I like having layers. I like kind of like a nice cool climate, so it's good weather for me.
Cool. So now, of course, a lot of people may know you through the massive hit single, I Love College. And there's something I want to ask you. Obviously, I haven't had the chance, but I don't get to run around with celebrities. But you've obviously heard Chiddy Bang's Opposite of Adults, haven't you?
Right, the record,
yeah. There's a line when he says, somebody tell Roth I don't love college.
Right.
Why does he say that? And are you guys friends?
I mean, I guess, you know, that he didn't have the same experiences that I did, but I wouldn't say we're friends. I've yet to really meet them in person, but we've talked through a few people. I know that Yasmin hit me up, DJ Yasmin hit me up the other day, and she was with Chiddy Bang, and they actually specifically said, yo, tell Asher I say what's up, and you know, that was not a diss at all. We were just simply saying, so okay, it's all love, you know, it's all love. Yeah, we're cool, we're good.
Because there's a lot of controversy around that. Everyone was asking, why was
No. We actually ended up performing a college fest together in Boston. They performed a day on Saturday, or on Friday. I performed on Saturday. And they said on stage, you know, if Asher was here, he'd be up on stage dancing with us. And
okay.
That's probably true. No, it's all love, and it just, you know, it's, you know, at that point, any plug is a good plug. You know, I don't mind.
Good. So your new single, G.R.I.N.D, I've heard it, I love it.
Oh,
you go into this kind of pursuit of happiness speech at the end.
Yeah.
What's the song about for those that haven't heard?
G.R.I.N.D is an acronym. It stands for Get Ready, It's a New Day. And
okay.
It's just about, it's just getting back to the stuff that's really important to people. And I feel like, just as a whole, and not just me, but me specifically, just about prioritizing and reprioritizing and the things that actually mean something in life. And I feel like so many people, you know, I hear these stories over and over again about people who just, you know, work, and then they realize they haven't really made any time for themselves, and they're not genuinely happy. And I gauge, you know, we were talking about it earlier, I kind of gauge my success on, you know, that sense of fulfillment and how happy I am, and if I'm actually enjoying it, not just if I have a bunch of money. I mean, you hear all the time all these rappers talking about how bummed out they are, they have all the money in the world.
Yeah, so it's not what it's meant to be.
No, and that's...
Because we all want to live the life of a rap star.
I know, it's true. It's true. But it's not, but that's the thing, it's not really like that. And anybody knows right now that there's no real money in rap right now, especially, I mean, it had its run in the 2000s where people were really exploiting it and it was making its money, but it's in a weird phase right now, and with that phase, that's what kind of inspired G.R.I.N.D and Get Ready, It's a New Day, and it's just about just getting back to the things of message-driven, real music, and having fun with it all.
So in other words, you're not in it for the money?
No, unfortunately I'm not money motivated. I do want to be financially stable, but it's not what gets me out of bed in the morning. Okay,
cool. It's taken from the upcoming album, The Spaghetti Tree. Why is it named that, and what does that mean?
The Spaghetti Tree is kind of two things, and that's you know, where the album is. It's just you have, you know, one hand is just kind of the fun element of just the imagination, and you know, very Shel Silverstein raw doll feel of just, you know, enjoying it, you know, being wacky, being fun. And then there's the other element that actually is from, that was inspired, BBC in 1957 reported on April Fool's Day that spaghetti grew on trees, and it was a huge April Fool's Day prank in '57 because, it happened because a teacher had come to them and said, hey, my students are so ill-advised or stupid that they would believe anything. They would believe anything. So with that, they reported that spaghetti grew on trees, and they had thousands of people call in and say, how can I grow my own spaghetti tree? And it just kind of goes to show, I mean, those two elements, the real fun element, the real, you know, let's enjoy this, but also, hey, let's smarten up and reprioritize. That's what kind of the real theme of the album is just a lot of mixture of just like, you know, good old-fashioned, enjoyable music, but also the content is there.
Okay, cool.
That's really what the Spaghetti Tree comes from.
Can't wait to hear it. You've worked with people like Swizz Beatz, I think, and Pharrell on this album.
Pharrell, absolutely.
What's it like working with them?
It's interesting. I mean, just all I can really compare it to is my other album, Sleeping the Bread Out, the first kind of experience, and that go around was really fun for me because I worked with Oren Yoel, who's a buddy, who's really a buddy, very
Okay.
talented musician, but very much a friend at the same time. So we made that record, you know, sleeping on this couch, sleeping on his floor. We recorded 3 or 4 of those records in his living room closet. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
the experience is so vastly different. I mean, now
Yeah.
now it's a little bit more professional,
Yeah.
but we're still trying to keep the same aspect of how fun that was. And you know, working with Pharrell, you know, specifically Pharrell, he's amazing as far as just like harnessing ideas and just a conversation that we're having right now. He could turn it into a song.
Really?
It's just like, and to someone to actually be able to transfer the, like, you know, just everyday conversation into the music language so easily. He's just, it's a credit to where he is in his life. It's a beautiful thing. So being able to get this experience with the Swisses and the Pharrells and the Ryan Leslies of the world has just been, it's been awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. And so I read somewhere that you are the second white rapper to have featured on DJ Drama and Don Cannon's Gangsta Grills.
I think the first.
The first?
My own Gangster Grills, I think it's the first, but who knows? That's a fact check.
Well, the internet's a bit dodgy then.
Might be.
But how did that feel?
I mean, it's great. I mean, that was, you know, very friendship oriented. We went down to Atlanta. We were living down there for 16 months, and I linked up with Cannon and linked up with Drama, and it was just, you know, hey, I respect what you guys do. You respect what I do. Let's get together and have some fun. So, thus came the Greenhouse Effect, and that really was, you know, the starting point. That's when they pressed play on everything. Yeah.
So you get a lot of comparisons to Eminem, a lot of them. Do you like that?
I mean, I think at this point the whole thing is just, you know, the differentiating myself as far as, you know, because a lot of people just look at you know, skin color or whatever it is. And, I think we've really distanced ourselves from where we are, especially, you know, with records like G.R.I.N.D and the Roth EP that's coming out. I think at this point it's starting to, you know, that noise is starting to go away, and people are starting to understand who Asher Roth is as a person. It's always
Asher Roth as a person.
You know, I'm really just a fun-loving guy that gives a shit. I care, you know. I genuinely do care about, you know, the kids and the culture and enjoying it and hoping, you know, using my voice for a positive rather than just, you know, talking about myself.
Yeah,
you know.
cool. Can you name a rapper that kind of blows you away at the moment? Is there any rappers out right now that you think, wow, I like them?
Well, I am a big fan. Obviously, the Roots have heavily inspired me. Andre 3000 never ceases to amaze me of Outkast. Cool. You know, I'm a big fan of Mos Def and that whole crew. But you know, it's always good to have. I think Andre 3000 is always somebody who just you hear and the way he constructs his sentences and it's always, you know, it's cohesive. It makes sense. That's always something that's like, wow, you're really good at what you do.
Yeah. And what about singers? Any singers out right now?
Jasmine Sullivan's fabulous.
Yeah, she's got a lovely voice.
Yeah, she's a hell of a songwriter as well. She writes all her own stuff. I would say, I would stick with Jasmine. Jasmine's great.
Cool. Now, also, I've heard about the Bongress initiative.
Yeah.
Getting a bit political. Tell us about that.
You know, I can't sit here and say, you know, hey, politics, I hate politics. It's just about being proactive and getting kids involved, youth involvement in Proposition 19, the legalization of marijuana. I know a lot of underground growers and, you know, stoners of the like are totally against it, but I just think at this point, you know, especially in the States, where California's struggling and, you know, we're so heavily dependent upon pharmaceutical drugs. I've lost a lot of friends to, not a lot, but a few friends, enough friends to realize that it's a problem. Wow, and we have pills for pills for pills for pills and all this kind of nonsense that's going on. I just think marijuana there's been so many fear tactics around it, and you know, I'm not sitting here and saying, yo, of course I do, you know, smoke marijuana, not to a point where it controls my life or anything like that, but you know, I'm a casual pot smoker, and I would like to smoke in peace. However, it's a much bigger thing to that, you know, as far as you know, creating jobs and things like that over in the States that are really important. And I think that the youth specifically, not so much kind of older conservative conventional people, but the youth needs to be aware of Proposition 19, and it might not pass right away. I do believe it will, but just be made aware of what Proposition 19 are and the benefits and the cons. So
yeah, it's to regulate marijuana. So does that apply for the whole of the US? Or?
No, it just applies for California right now, but it needs to start somewhere, and that's why I'm making people aware of it now. And that Bongress is really it came from, I was in an interview with friends in Seattle, and he asked me, because, you know, sometimes I get a bit preachy in respects of just like, you know, of positivity and preaching positivity and just letting people know, you know, treat others the way you want to be treated. And he goes, hey, you know, what are you running for Congress? I was like, no, I'm running for Bongress.
Well,
And
I love it.
it just turned into a whole thing. So we have, you know, we have shirts, the Democratic and the Republican and things like that. Just kind of, you know, because I'm not one for politics.
Yeah.
I think politics are something that's really, you know, it's a very much a gray area. And it's just getting kids aware and understanding that their voice and their vote really matters.
Right, and before you go, you've got a message for your fans?
I love you to death.
Aww,
Without you, I do not exist. So thank you very much, and I'm glad you guys are here for this wild ride.
Cool. Right, thank you very much. It's been great.
Absolutely.